Welcome back. We're going to be working on problem number 3 of assignment 7. What looks like maybe a brake drum. Not too sure. Let's open a new part file. Switch our units to millimeters. And this one is going to be a revolve-based problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this cross-sectional sketch on the, let's see, let's make that one on the right plane. And then we will also draw out this line of symmetry that it has going down the middle, and we will revolve this part around that. So let's make a sketch on the right plane. What I will be sketching is this shaded region. So start off by making my reference line that I'm going to be using later. Let's make a horizontal line. Now let's hop back to our regular line. Start and start at this end. So we'll make a line that goes up. We need to find this distance here. So that would be the radius of this inner circle, which is given to us on the front face or on the front sketch. The circle we're looking for is this one. So we have a diameter of 6.5. That means this line is going to go up 6.5 divided by 2, because again, we're only doing the radius. Let's try that again, 6.5 divided by 2. Okay, and now we figured out that this line is way too long, but that's fine. We'll leave it there for now. So 6.2, and then I'll make another line starting at that endpoint, and that's going to be this distance here. So that would be this distance. So essentially, it's going to be this, the radius of this minus the radius of that. Let me grab a calculator. Don't need that. Um, okay, so I've ran over to get my calculator. And again, well, to find this distance here, it's going to be the radius of the diameter 7.5. So we'll take 7.5 and divide that by 2. And then we'll subtract from it 6.5 divided by 2. And we get half. So this line here that we're going to make, starting at this endpoint, is going to be half 0.5. That's how long that is. Then we'll make a line from there over. And then that line is going to be the thickness or the depth of 3. So this is 3 millimeters. We need to figure out how far we are going down. And we'll forget about this hole here for now. We'll make those later on the different sketch. So we'll just go ahead and sketch this entire line. So that line, let's see, will be how to find that distance. That would be this radius all the way to the top. So the radius given by 7.5 divided by 2 minus this length here, which is going to be 3.3 divided by 2. We'll go ahead and type that into our calculators. And we get a distance of 2.1. So this line will be 2.1 units long. And we can double check because from here to here should now be half of 3.3, which is 1.65, which is what we have. So that's good. Let's make this horizontal line. So now we need this length, and that length would be given by this 4.75 minus 3 gives us this here. So 4.75 minus 3 gives us 1.75. So this needs to change to 1.75. And then finally, just this vertical line going down. So we'll make that line. And that length will be 3.3 divided by 2 minus this whole, which is 2 divided by 2. We know is 1. So 3.3 divided by 2 minus 2 divided by 2, which we know is 1. So 0.65. And it looks like I didn't connect this where I should have. So let me delete this line and make it over again. So this line down needs to be 0.65. Go ahead and hit OK. So now all that's left to do is to close off this region. So let's make a line here. This depth will be this depth is going to be given by 4.75 minus 1.75, which is, I hope that's 3. Okay, I can still do math. This is going to be 3. And now we need a vertical line, which is going to intersect with this line. So this is where we make it. And then now we go over horizontally to get this closed off region. We can delete the first line we made. So as you can see, we have just sketched this shaded region here. Like I said, forget about that hole now. We'll deal with those later. But this is what we want. So now, while we're still in the sketch, we can use the revolve command under the features tab. So let's do revolve. Again, we made this line too long originally, but that's fine. The length does not matter. The axis of revolution, it already selected for us, which is the reference line that we made earlier. If we're going to use blind, we want to make sure it's 360 degrees because this part goes all the way around. And then all we have to do is hit OK. So now we have this general shape here, which is essentially our part. We're just missing these 5 holes, which is going to be very simple. So we'll do a sketch on the front face. So we'll go ahead and select this face here, or alternatively, you can also select this face in the back, but I'll stick to this one. We'll make a sketch on this plane. And now we have to draw these 5 circles. So the easiest way would be to use a circular sketch pattern, but to do that, we need to have at least one hole first. So let's make the one down, or the one that's upwards of the origin. So we have a circle of radius 0.75 divided by 2. Now this circle here, it must be within, its center point is going to be, where is it? Right here, 4.25, or that's the diameter. So the distance would be half of that from this center to this center. So we can use our smart dimension to dimension these two centers together. Let's see, smart dimension. This number should be, again, 4.25 divided by 2. That looks good. Um, just gonna double check that this is in line. It is. So now that we have one of those, again, we can use our circular sketch pattern. We want to pattern this entity, but the parameter is going to be the point of rotation. So we're going to select the center for that. The entities to pattern, we're going to select our circle. We know they're equally spaced and there's 5 of them total. So we'll change this number to 5. That's how many items we're going to have in total. And then we'll make sure that this equal spacing box is checked off, which it is. And that way everything looks like it is correct. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. Just because it gives us some dimensions here, I'm gonna go ahead and check these angles, which I believe are correct. So I'm gonna make some reference lines for now, um, which I'll delete later. But again, this is just to check my angles that I have going on. So I'll use my smart dimension to dimension between these lines. That's 72 degrees, as shown on in the image. And then let's do this and this, 36 degrees. So everything is fine there. Just double checking. So now I'm gonna go back and delete the lines that I made as references. Just wanted to show that everything was correct. So let's not leave the sketch. Let's stay in the sketch so we can go to features and use the extrude cut. I want to cut these backwards so the direction is okay. For me, I would use either through all, up to next, or up to surface, doesn't matter. What the important part is we need clean holes here all the way through. So I'm gonna leave it with my up to surface, and that is fine there. Now just finally look at this isometric view to demonstrate that we do have the correct part. All our dimensions are correct. And that's how you do problem number 3.